Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? Hope you all are having a great day, and if you're not, I hope you all are having a better tomorrow. So, I want us to have a discussion today on Raven Bronwyn and, her and the Spring Maiden and how this is possibly a good idea that they have actually teamed up together. So, without further ado, let's get ready to jump into this. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a snack if you need to, and let's jump straight on into this. Alright, so let's get started. So, as we remember, Yang just made it into the bandit camp within the last episode as of the recording of this video, and she finally encountered her own mother. And so, obviously she's come to talk to her mother. Well, of course, her mother, as we saw, has been teamed up with the Spring Maiden, and which is Vernal. And so, of course, she has her own agenda or her own plans. So, as we already knew, Raven herself, we don't know what she has planned, but we do know that she knows of the artifact as well, which is a very interesting thing to actually think about. Because if she has the maiden and she knows that the Spring Maiden, is able to activate the artifact, then that means that she knows something beyond this point. So it's actually very interesting to think about. So, of course, she seems to be upon her own side now, which is interesting because if you think about it, she's not evil, but she's not good. It's like she's like an anti-hero more or less at this point because she is trying to protect the Spring Maiden, and as we know, Vernal has teamed up with her, therefore meaning that there is a plan, or at least some kind of good justified plan here, because you wouldn't think that the Maiden would team up with someone that was evil. Like, if Raven was truly an evil individual, I don't think that Bernal would have teamed up with her in the first place, seeing that she would have just used her for, misguided reasons and would have possibly caused more trouble than good. So, this means that within this plan and how this could be good, see, the reason why this could actually be good is the Spring Maiden is hidden from, a lot of people that would know who she is, possibly. And considering that she's hidden, that hides her from Salem, out of Salem's sight, which is a very interesting thing because that means that Raven knows things. That means that she knows because, if Crow can get information, Raven obviously can too. And since Raven is a part of a bandit tribe and that she has her own group, that means that she's getting information from several different areas. And so, since we see this, interestingly enough, she knows some things that we don't know about as of yet, as of the recording of this video. And interesting is that she makes a statement that Ozpin is not who he seems to be to Yang. She makes this towards, Yang, this statement towards Yang, and that's interesting because that makes you wonder if she is hiding the Spring Maiden instead of cooperating with Ozpin. Then that means that there must be something else behind whatever Ozpin is doing, whatever the motive may be. Now, of course, we don't know what this is yet, but the thing is, if she's trying to hide the Spring Maiden and teaming up with the Spring Maiden, then that means that she's trying to do this for a better cause and not a bad one. And obviously, as we know, Crow himself, which we need to bring this up to, Crow himself obviously is working with Ozpin, and at least from what he believes that he is doing the right thing with working with Ozpin. And of course, he's obviously got his faith in Ozpin, and just as he does, Raven at one time said, she made the statement to Yang that she had faith in Ozpin too. She trusted him at one time, but that changed when she found out about who he really is. So now, of course, this makes the siblings butt heads because, Crow and Raven are now kind of against each other in this position. So this obviously, means one thing, that Raven knows something that Crow may not understand or may not even want to believe is real. And now, considering that that is the case, because if you think about that, that means that maybe Ozpin hasn't got the best intentions, which means that Raven may possibly have the best intentions. And since she's about to tell Yang, because Yang and Weiss are reunited as of right now, that means that she's going to tell them about Ozpin because she said there are things that they need to know about Ozpin. So this might mean that there could be a more sinister plan on Ozpin's part. Now that doesn't mean that per se. That's just a thought or a theory, but that could make you believe that Ozpin may actually have a little more, evil intentions. And Raven has been trying to keep the Spring Maiden a secret, obviously. And, due to Crow telling, Lionheart about the whereabouts of where the Spring Maiden is, And since Lionheart is obviously betrayed Osmond, this means that now Salem knows exactly where the maiden is. Now, of course, the interesting thing is you think about it like this. If Salem didn't know, Raven clearly is not on the side of Salem. And obviously, even Salem herself makes the statement to Cinder to send Cinder and her men out there to the camp to get the Spring Maiden. So that means that Salem and Raven are clearly not working together. So that means that Raven is more or less her own force. So, like I said, anti-hero would probably be the status to put her under because she clearly isn't an evil individual. She's clearly not doing this under evil, misguided deeds. And hiding the Spring Maiden might actually be the best decision, considering that Salem now has the Fall Maiden power. So that means whatever the intended plan is for the maidens, that means if Salem gets her hands upon Vernal, well, a lot of things could be very terrible. And of course, Vernal must trust Raven with her plan. And so this shows that this might actually be for the best to actually have the Spring Maiden with Raven. And clearly, Raven is not going to let her, I guess, well, at least from what we may see, she may not let her leave willingly. Or at least get away because, clearly, Vernal is comfortable with her and she's comfortable with her being there. So, who knows? And maybe Raven may have something planned out of this for herself in the overall run of things. So, who's to say? But this is all just a thought, a discussion, just a theory. So, but let me know what you all think down below. And if you like the video, hit the video with a like. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And just wanted to let you all know that I will have the Volume 5, Chapter 5 review out tomorrow. So in the meantime, I'll have more videos for you all to check out if on this channel. So if you want to check out some more, just go ahead and click on the links here and just tell me what you all think. I'd like to hear from you all. Tell me what your all opinion is on this. All right, take care of yourselves and have a great day, everybody.